A Columbus County man was sentenced to death last month, and the New-Hanover-County District Attorney convinced a judge on Friday to make a murder case a capital case. But in North Carolina, a death penalty sentence doesn't necessarily mean death.
It's been 17 years since someone on death row in North Carolina was executed. WWAY Celeste Smith joins us now live in the studio with more. Hi Celeste, what's behind the unofficial pause on executions in the state?
Hi, Jeff and Hannah. I spoke with a legal expert about capital punishment in North Carolina and the civil litigations that have led to the state not performing any executions since 2006. There are 137 inmates currently on death row in North Carolina. According to a 2021 study by a professor at Appalachian State University, North Carolina had the largest decline in death sentences of all 50 states, when compared with the annual number of death sentences in the 1990s and 2000s. New-Hanover County District Attorney Ben David discussed what leads a case to be considered by the prosecution for the death penalty.
There are many times where the legislature has said that a first-degree murderer goes beyond a otherwise terrible case to become capital or death penalty eligible. When those aggravating circumstances are present, since the year 2000, prosecutors have been given the discretion to seek the death penalty. Before that, we had to seek it if any one or more of those aggravating circumstances were present.
The pause in executions are due to ongoing lawsuits surrounding lethal injection and the Racial Justice Act.
The theory is if we can't do it in a way that is humane, then perhaps we shouldn't be carrying out those death sentences. And then on top of that, you have a number of death row inmates that have been exonerated through the efforts of places like the Innocence Project or the Center-for-Death-Penalty-Litigation.
A spokesperson with the Center-for-Death-Penalty-Litigation, a nonprofit which represents people on death row in North Carolina, says even if executions resume, it's a lengthy process.
Most of the people on death row would still have appeals. Appeals in death penalty cases are very complex and last a long time for very good reason. So most of them have appeals in their individual cases as well, but there would be a good number, at least a couple dozen, who would have reached the end of their appeals process in their individual cases. And I suppose execution dates could be set for those people.
Due to the ongoing litigation surrounding death penalty executions, the State Department of Justice says it cannot comment. According to a 2022 report by Death Row USA, North Carolina ranks in 5th for states with the most prisoners on death row.